This is the safest shelter, which is hidden 2.5 meters below the ground. Its outer part is completely adjacent to the surrounding environment, and the space inside is quite large for one person to stay. There is also a hot fireplace to protect from the cold, and its strong outer structure saves it from the attacks of wild animals. Walker was roaming in the jungle that day. That's when he accidentally found a thick branch of a tree, and at that moment, he got an idea to make a shelter there. First, he used his axe to remove all the rotten wood from the trunk. Then he cleaned the ground on one side and planned the entire area of the shelter. To save the surrounding natural environment as much as possible, Walker carefully cut the upper soil and separated it in the entire block. After everything was ready, he started digging even deeper. He carefully covered the soil from the digging in the first tarpaulin and placed it at a place far from the shelter to prevent damage to the trees and plants. This house, buried under the ground, not only stops the heat well due to the insulation properties of the soil, but also keeps it completely hidden from the surrounding trees, plants, and soil. The soil here was quite loose, so the right depth was found quickly. Walker did not stop and kept digging towards the base of the trunk of the tree until the trunk and the pit did not join together. In this way, the trunk of the tree became a natural entry. After the basic planning of the internal structure, Walker left space for the fireplace in the innermost corner of the pit. And then for the smoke vent of the fireplace, he dug a drain on the upper side of the wall. After these important tasks, he went to the jungle and found the trunk of a dry tree. He cut it to the required length and made a plan to make a ladder to get into the pit. After measuring the size, the branches fit firmly in the walls on both sides without any extra support. After this, he started collecting more branches from the nearby bushes. These branches were quite flexible and could be bent easily without breaking, which was perfect for making a frame. He dug a deep hole in the wall of the pit and put the branches one by one in it, which made the fireplace frame ready in a cross pattern. He tied each joint with a rope of thread tightly. Then he took the ladder and went to the nearby river. During the excavation, the sand collected in the water turned into sticky soil after being soaked in water. He brought it back and put it on the frame evenly. This filled the gap and formed a thick insulation layer, which could not harm the fire-heated wooden frame. Before the soil dried completely, Walker brought a large cluster of grass from a nearby open space. He mixed it with the soil, kneaded it well, and formed a strong layer of soil. Due to the grass, the grip of the soil became stronger and it was saved from bursting. Then he applied layer upon layer of soil around the smoke vent, which made the vent completely ready. As soon as the work was done, Walker could not stop himself from lighting the fire. The smoke slowly started coming out of the exhaust vent, which was not only a test of the system, but also a way to dry the soil quickly. After this, Walker made a mattress for himself from the grass. He tied the sticks of wood in the ground, filled the grass in between them, and tied it tightly with a rope of thread. After a little hard work, a thick layer of grass was formed. And after cutting unnecessary parts, this single bed of 1.8 meters was ready. After resting for a while, he got up again and removed the skin of the nearby dry tree. He laid it on the ground inside the shelter so that the moisture does not come inside and the environment remains dry. After this, he collected a lot of sticks to close the roof. And before putting them, he smoothed their heads with an axe so that they can fit firmly in the walls. After sealing the roof with soil, Walker collected fresh hay from the surroundings and filled it in the gap of the roof. Because hay helps in absorbing moisture and stopping the wind and becomes a natural insulation layer. Meanwhile, he found a thick hollow tree trunk. He sealed the broken part of it with soil, and thus it became a natural chimney, which was completely dissolved in the nearby forest. Seeing the smoke rising from the chimney, Walker put the meat on the skewer and started making smoked bacon. While the bacon was cooking, he put another layer of wet soil on the roof of the wood, and then covered it with dry leaves, which hid the shelter completely under the soil and leaves, and it became impossible to recognize it from the outside. After seeing everything, Walker felt that a baffle is necessary in the fireplace so that the heat does not come out quickly. He made a board from a dry tree, smoothed it, put a handle on it, and put a layer of soil on it. He came inside and put it in front of the fireplace so that the sparks do not fly out. Finally, he made a door, prepared a frame with strong branches, and filled the gap with hay. In this way, the door was also completed. By then it was dark. After collecting all the stuff, Walker came inside. After a long day, he cooked food for himself. The fragrance of fresh baked pizza spread throughout the shelter, and after taking a bite, The fatigue of the whole day was gone. After eating, he lied down on the bed and slept while enjoying the heat of the fireplace. The camera rotates outward, and in the middle of the night, a greedy fox comes out with the fragrance of cooked meat. It quietly hangs on the chimney, picks up the piece of meat, and disappears in the forest.